Before licking toads with Mike Tyson, before the cringe, before beating Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, and Demetrius Johnson, Henry Cejudo was a wrestler. He didn't have a gold medal. He didn't have 2 UFC titles. He was only the son of illegal immigrants who had a dream to become an Olympic champion. Henry Cejudo was never supposed to be a great athlete that he ultimately became. But defying the odds is all Cejudo has ever done. He was knocked out by Demetrius Johnson in the first round of their first fight. He clawed his way back to earn a rematch and took the victory over Mighty Mouse, ending the longest title reign in UFC history. TJ Dillashaw was meant to come in, dethrone Cejudo, and end the UFC's flyweight division. Henry Cejudo knocked out Dillashaw in only 32 seconds. Marlon Moraes battered Cejudo in the first round of Cejudo's move up to bantamweight. He persevered and knocked out Moraes. In all of these instances, Cejudo was a sizable underdog. He knocked out Dominic Cruz, the greatest bantamweight of all time, and he was finally the favorite. But throughout most of his career, Henry Cejudo was supposed to lose. This trend goes back to the 2008 Olympic Games. The last time someone in the United States won a gold medal at 55 kilograms, Cejudo's weight class, was in 1904, 104 years ago. Cejudo was only 21 years old. He took on Japan's Tomohiro Matsunaga, looking to become the youngest Olympic champion in Team USA wrestling history. Like we discussed with Aaron Pico a couple of weeks ago, Cejudo never wrestled in college. Straight out of high school, Cejudo opted to compete on the international scene and make a run at the Olympics. At the age of 17, he moved to the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Colorado and began his preparation. This shows just how serious Henry Cejudo took his craft. At the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing, China, Henry Cejudo took the hard road. Before his gold medal match with Tomohiro Matsunaga, Cejudo would fall behind in the score by dropping the first period in all 3 of his matches leading up to the gold medal match. To get to the final matchup, Cejudo would come back with a win in the next 2 periods of each of his 3 bouts. In the final match, he would aim to change that. Early in the first match, Cejudo ties up with Matsunaga. He looks to slide in sideways on the single and work from there, but Matsunaga is fast and wise to the move. But this is a good sign for Cejudo. Usually one to take his time, Cejudo is getting the offense going early as to not fall behind like he did in his past 3 matches. Unfortunately, adversity would find Henry Cejudo as it always does. Here, Tomohiro Matsunaga shoots in on Cejudo just as Cejudo is going to tie up. Matsunaga gets his hands behind the knee and goes for the trip. Cejudo is in full retreat and looks to go out of bounds, only to allow his Japanese foe 1 point instead of 2+ for the takedown. But Henry Cejudo wastes no time striking back. On the reset after the pushout, Cejudo ties up strong and pulls Matsunaga's head down and towards him. This allows Cejudo to snag the right leg of Matsunaga while controlling his posture with the left arm. During the scramble, Matsunaga looks to circle away and stop the takedown pursuit of Cejudo. Cejudo adjusts, stops circling, and lifts Matsunaga over him. Cejudo exposes Matsunaga's back and scores 2. While he was up 2-1, the problem with the lift was that it exposed Cejudo to a reversal from Tomohiro Matsunaga. As Henry Cejudo tries to control position from a less than advantageous position, Matsunaga manages to turn his hips over and begin to drive through Henry Cejudo. Due to the reversal, Matsunaga was awarded a point. With the push out from earlier, Cejudo's takedown. At the end of the first, Matsunaga is looking to get back into the lead and is looking to score off an arm drag. Cejudo grabs the left wrist of Matsunaga with his left, but Matsunaga gets the whizzer on that arm and controls the arm so Cejudo can't drag the arm for himself. In response, Cejudo grabs the front headlock before Matsunaga can complete an arm drag and shoot a shot. Cejudo stays in great and a stable stance while not allowing Matsunaga any room to work. After winning the first, now that he's up, Cejudo wants more. In a very slick manner, Cejudo grabs the collar of Matsunaga with his right hand, reaching all the way across to the back of his neck on Matsunaga's right side, Cejudo's left. He pulls Matsunaga's head to his right, and on the snap, Cejudo dives forward and picks up the ankle. Matsunaga is just fast enough to go around and avoid the takedown completely. Matsunaga looks to drive through for a score of his own, but Cejudo does a good job holding onto the ankle and preventing Tomohiro Matsunaga from pushing through for the score. This is a good example of defense of Henry Cejudo. Matsunaga is desperate now. If he loses here, he loses the match and the gold medal. He's controlling Cejudo's left arm now. Cejudo tries to pull away, but Matsunaga is too strongly gripped. Cejudo keeps his distance as best as he can with his right arm, pushing on the head of Matsunaga, keeping him at bay. When Matsunaga decides to shoot, it's that arm push that Henry Cejudo has, and he's got just enough time to sprawl and stay out of harm's way. Matsunaga shoots again, looking for an ankle or anything to score on Cejudo with. Cejudo sprawls as time is ticking. One more shot and time expires. Matsunaga got in on the takedown, but he could not complete it and would not score. Henry Cejudo is an Olympic champion. Henry Cejudo's win at the 2008 Olympic Games set the foundation for what we know of him as an athlete. He's been to the highest levels and performed time and time again. He thrives under adversity. His work ethic is second to none in this sports. He's become a champion wrestler. He's become a champion fighter. Henry Cejudo is the ultimate warrior.